बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। डियर स्टूडेंट, अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुह। हमारा जो आज का टॉपिक है दैट इज पोलिनोमियल्स। विल इंट्रोड्यूस द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ पोलिनोमियल्स। लेकिन जो पोलिनोमियल कॉन्सेप्ट है इसको इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए हमने अलजेब्राइक एक्सप्रेशन के कॉन्सेप्ट को क्लियर करना है, क्योंकि पोलिनोमियल जो है ये अलजेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशन का एक स्पेशल केस है। तो इस बिना पर हमने अलजेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशन के कॉन्सेप्ट को समझना होगा। अलजेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशन का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है इट इज बेसिकली यू हैव, आपने ये पढ़ा होगा, आपने क्लास 8th में मैथमेटिक्स का एक पूरा चैप्टर इस पे है, तो वहाँ पे हमने पढ़ा होगा इसका पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट। लेकिन चलो हम इसको रिवाइज कर लेते हैं आपके लिए। कॉन्सेप्ट यूँ समझ में आ जाएगा। हमने अलजेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशन का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, अलजेब्राइक एक्सप्रेशन, इस कॉन्सेप्ट को समझने के लिए चलो हम दो तरह के सेट ऑफ नंबर्स लेंगे। एक में हम लेंगे रियल नंबर्स और दूसरा लेंगे हम फंडामेंटल अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेशन। जो चार है हमारे पास, प्लस है, माइनस, मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड डिवीजन है। और दूसरा सेट हम लेंगे लिटरल नंबर्स का, या इनको हम बोलते हैं लिटरल्स या लिटरल्स। जो सेट है रियल नंबर्स का, it may contain all positive integers, negative integers, rational together, जैसे 2, 5, 1/2, -3/2, square root 2 and any other number you may like। यहाँ पर लेंगे आप लिटरल नंबर, जिनको हम लिटरल कहते हैं। असल में ये लेटर्स होते हैं इंग्लिश अल्फ़ाबेट के, जो नंबरों के लिए यूज़ हम करते हैं, जैसे X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, S, T एंड सो ऑन। इन दोनों सिस्टम को कंबाइन करने पर वाई एन अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेशन यू विल फॉर्म एन एक्सप्रेशन, और उस एक्सप्रेशन को हम नाम देंगे अलजेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशन। चलो हम 2 को कंबाइन करें विद एनी लिटरल नंबर दैट इज x। तो 2 को मैं कंबाइन करूंगा वाया दिस मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑपरेशन। 2 इंटू x प्लस, इसको ऐड करूंगा कोई लिटरल नंबर या कोई रियल नंबर, मानो p के, इसको ऐड करें p के साथ, तो हमारी जो एक्सप्रेशन ये यूं बनी 2 टाइम्स x plus p. So this expression will be called an algebraic expression because it is a combination of literal numbers and these real numbers. You can form इस एक्सप्रेशन को हम नाम देंगे algebraic expression। अब इस तरह ये बात आपको समझ आई होगी। Algebraic expression is nothing but a combination of literals and numbers via arithmetic operations is known as an algebraic expression. Algebraic expression, you can construct many more expressions by combining the numbers and literals. For example, you can combine square root of 2 times z minus 8xy plus 7. This is also an algebraic expression in which these numbers and literals are combined together. The literals literals here are called, we call them as variables because their values vary. their values change, and so we call them as variables, but the numbers have a fixed value and they are called constants. By constant we mean anything that has a fixed value. So यहाँ पर जो हैं square root 2, 8 and 7, these are constants. They are called constants. And the literal numbers used here are called variables. Their value will change with time and you can change their values. You will come to know about it in real sense in the polynomials. So इस तरह आपका algebraic expression का concept clear हुआ. Algebraic expression अब हुई क्या? इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि any combination of literals and numbers is called an algebraic expression. Now we can quote more examples of algebraic expressions. जैसे 3x square minus 2xy plus 5. It is an algebraic expression in which x and y are variables. 3 minus 2 and 5 are constants. So here the variables, it is a, यहाँ पर दो variables हैं x और y. दूसरी algebraic expression भी लिख सकते हैं हम 9 square root of x minus 8 z square plus 9 y cube. It is also an algebraic expression in x and y variables. X, y and z variables. You can quote more example on your own. जैसे 6p square minus 8 by q plus 3 by 2. It is also an algebraic expression in variables p and q. Now what we had to conclude out of it is that we had to introduce the concept of polynomial. Polynomial concept को समझने के लिए हमें इन algebraic expression के जो variables हैं उनके exponent पे ध्यान देना होगा, exponents पे ध्यान देना होगा. Now we will look into the exponents on variables involved. जो variables involved हैं उनके exponent किस तरह के हैं उस पर ध्यान देना जरूरी है, क्योंकि polynomial algebraic expression की एक कसम है. It is a special case rather of algebraic expression. और इसमें जो है वो जो speciality है इसमें हमें देखेंगे वो कि क्या speciality होनी चाहिए एक algebraic expression में ताकि वो polynomial कहलाए. तो इसके लिए हमें इनके जो variables हैं उनके power पे exponent पे ध्यान देना होगा. पहली expression जो है इसमें जो variable के जो ऊपर powers हैं that are 2 है, फिर x के ऊपर 1 है, फिर 1 है. ये आप देख लें गौर से. 2, 1 and 1 are the powers on the variable. एक बात दूसरी एक्सप्रेशन में देखें. यहाँ पर x के ऊपर जो पावर है that is 1/2. रेडिकल साइन है स्क्वायर रूट मीन्स पावर 1/2. यहाँ पर z के ऊपर जो पावर है that is 2. यहाँ पर 3 पावर है. तो एक सेट है पावर्स का ये. यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं दूसरे एक्सप्रेशन में जो पावर्स हैं वेरिएबल के ऊपर that is यहाँ पर 2 है दूसरे एक्सप्रेशन में. और इसको न्यूमरेटर में ले आए इसको it will form -1. तो यहाँ पर दो इस तरह के पावर हैं. और हमने जो पावर के ऊपर ध्यान देना है तो पहले एक्सप्रेशन में जो पावर्स हैं वो सारे जो हैं वो है नॉन नेगेटिव पावर्स, नॉन नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स that we call otherwise whole numbers. इनको हम दूसरे सूरत में होल नंबर भी कहते हैं. ये सारे जो हैं ओनली ये सिर्फ होल नंबर पावर है. यहाँ पर जो पावर्स हैं यहाँ पर ये जो 1/2 है इट इज अ फ्रैक्शन और ये होल नंबर नहीं है. अगर ये दो होल नंबर हैं यहाँ पर आपको ओनली होल नंबर पावर नहीं है, ओनली नॉट ओनली whole number powers do not exist in this case. Here we see that -1 is a negative integer, so it is not a non-negative integer, so only whole number exponents do not exist in this case also. So only one expression you see that wherein you find that only non-negative integers or whole number powers exist, so this expression we call as polynomial. So it is a special case of an algebraic expression in which the variable involved has whole number powers only, so we call this as polynomial. Rest of the two expressions, rest of these two are no longer having only whole number powers on the variables, so these expressions we don't call as polynomials, although they are algebraic expressions, but they are no longer polynomials. So what we conclude out of this is that polynomial will be an algebraic expression in which the variables involved have whole number powers only. So you can define polynomial as an algebraic expression in which the variables involved have whole number powers only or non-negative powers. So polynomial क्या होती है? An algebraic expression ये भी होती है, लेकिन इसमें एक स्पेशल कंडीशन ये है in which the variables involved have non-negative या हम कहेंगे इनको whole number powers or we can say exponents only. So an algebraic expression in which the variables involved, whatever the variables involved are there, they should carry only whole number or non-negative integers as exponents, then we say that that expression will be called a polynomial. You can quote examples like this: 3x square minus 2 times xy plus 5. It is a polynomial in variables x and y. We see here the variables involved, that is x and y, have powers 2 and 1 only, that is whole number powers only. So this expression will be called a polynomial in two variables. It is a polynomial in two variables. Polynomial in two variables. You can quote more examples: 6x cube minus 2x square y plus 8z. This is also a polynomial in three variables x, y and z. So you can quote another example: 9y square minus 2y plus 7. It is a polynomial in one variable, that is y. In the entire chapter of your polynomials in this class 9th, you will come across only the polynomials of one variables only. So we had to study polynomial in one variable. So by polynomial in one variable, you mean an algebraic expression in which the variable involved has whole number powers only, that is that polynomial will contain only one variable. So in the entire chapter we will be discussing only polynomial in one variable. Now moving ahead, we will now discuss the terms related to polynomials. So if you have a polynomial in one variable, that polynomial can be denoted by a function involving that variable. For example, if we write p of x, it means it is a polynomial function in x only. For example, you can write 3x square minus 2x plus 3. It is a polynomial in one variable x, so we denote it by p of x. You can also denote g of x, a polynomial in another polynomial in x, by g of x, like square root 2 times x plus 9. We can also write r of y as polynomial in one variable y, that is 6y cube minus 3y square plus y minus 8 plus 8. So all these are polynomials in one variable, polynomials in one variable, and have a notation like this: p of x, g of x, r of y, and whatever you like. So here this braces, the letter denotes the variable, and it is a notation. It denotes the p, g, and r denotes the function, and these x and y denote the variables. So polynomial in one variable can be denoted in this way. Now regarding polynomials, we will now discuss what is polynomial made up of, and what are these parts called, and what these parts are made up of, and what they are called. Let us come to the polynomial in one variable, that we denote it by p of x. 3x cube minus 2x square plus 5 times x minus 8. It is a polynomial in one variable, that's x. Now this polynomial is made up of different parts. For example, 3 times x cube is a part of this polynomial. It is separated by minus sign, then comes another part, then it is separated by from this part by plus sign, and then minus sign. Well, this polynomial has 1, 2, 3, and 4 parts. So every part, one of the parts is 3x cube, another is minus 2x square, rather, another is 5x, and another is minus 8. So we call these different parts as terms of polynomial. So this polynomial has 4 terms. Terms of polynomial are separated by plus or minus sign. Plus or minus sign. We separate the terms of polynomial with plus or minus sign. So what a term is? Term of polynomial means the parts of polynomial. These terms are made up of factors. The term is a product of factors. For example, this term is comprised of 3 and x cube. It is the product of 2 factors, one a numerical factor, another a variable factor. So every term is composed of 2 parts, two factors, a variable factor and a numerical factor. This is also product of 2 parts, that is 5 and x, and this is a constant term minus 8 only. Here we see that this 3, we call it as, this factor is a numerical factor, and this is a variable factor. So a term is composed of 2 factors, one numerical factor and a variable factor. न्यूमेरिकल फैक्टर को हम दूसरा नाम कहते हैं न्यूमेरिकल कोएफिशिएंट. वी कॉल इट एज न्यूमेरिकल कोएफिशिएंट. So here we have 5 times x. 5 is numerical coefficient, so we call it simply we call it as coefficient. So here we see that a term is composed of two factors rather, a numerical factor and a variable factor. The numerical factor is called a numerical coefficient or coefficient. So we learned what a term is and what it is made up of. A term is a part of a polynomial which is composed of factors. Factors may be of two kinds, a numerical factor and a variable factor. The numerical factor we call as numerical coefficient or coefficient. So in this case, we have defined terms and coefficients of a term. Here we see that coefficient of x cube in the polynomial is 3. So 3 is the coefficient of x cube, and coefficient of x square here is minus 2. It is minus 2. Minus is the coefficient of x square, and coefficient or numerical coefficient of x is 5, while minus 8 is a constant term, and you can say what is minus b for of which is minus 8 the coefficient of minus 8 is the coefficient of x raised to power 0, because x raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So we can say that minus 8 is the coefficient of x raised to power 0. So in this way you have learned the coefficient terms and coefficients. So now we will move ahead. On the basis of these terms, we can classify a polynomial into different classes or types. Now we will look into the types of polynomial. On the basis of terms. A polynomial can contain only one term. It can contain two terms and three terms, and so on. If a polynomial contains only one term, we call that polynomial as monomial. Mono means one, and meal refers to term. So it is a monomial. So by monomial we mean a polynomial contains only one term. You can quote examples of one polynomial as 3x is a polynomial containing only one term, or gx in a polynomial 4 times x cube. It is also a polynomial in one variable but it is only one term, so it is a monomial. But binomial, but if a polynomial contains only two terms, that we call as binomial. So a binomial, for a binomial we can write example r of y as 3y cube minus 2. It is a polynomial having two terms, so it is a binomial. You can quote an example like 9z square minus 8z. It is also a binomial. A polynomial containing three terms is called a trinomial. You can quote example 9z square minus 2 plus 8. It is a trinomial. 8 square 8x cube minus 2x square plus 5x is also a trinomial. It contains three terms. And a polynomial with more than three terms is generally known as polynomial. So no category at all. So on the basis of terms, polynomials can be classified to monomials, binomials, and trinomials. Given a set of polynomials, you can classify them monomial, binomial, and trinomials. You can also construct a polynomials of 1, 2 term and second term on your own as well.
This we have covered the concept of classification of polynomials of terms. I think it is enough for today because we cannot put the lectures in 15 minutes. So wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi.